¿Tiene experiencia como cuidadora?
Nunca lo he hecho, pero aprendo muy rápido.
Vayamos a conocer a Will. Will, te presento a Emilia Clarke. Nathan te informará de los cuidados habituales de Will.
No hables como si yo no estuviera, mamá. Mi cerebro no está paralizado. Aún.
Who is Emilia Clarke? Well, she is she's part of a very loving family in a very small place and even smaller house. She comes from a very loving, supportive family, but she doesn't quite, when you first meet her, she hasn't quite realised her potential as to what she can really, how transformed she can really become as a woman. And so it's only when she's forced by her family to go out and get a job so that she can help support them that she meets someone who will change her irrevocably forever.
It's sort of a dream come true as an actor, I think, to kind of portray someone who's very complex and complicated, first and foremost. But also, I think, not only were there their mental and emotional challenges, of course, there's the obvious physical challenge, which, I wasn't fully aware of how difficult it would be, if you know what I mean. I never thought it was going to be easy by any means, but I think a part of me had no idea, no clue as to how difficult it would be and how much it would push me. Of course, the story that we're telling, the subject matter, the sort of issues that we're dealing with were so sort of beautifully crafted that I couldn't help but fall in love. So, for me, it's a dream. It's a real dream.
Like all my stories, it was inspired by something in real life. I was listening to the radio news one day back in 2009, and I heard a story about a young sportsman who was left paralysed after an accident. And several years after this event, he persuaded his parents to take him to a centre for assisted suicide. And I found this story shocking. I couldn't understand his decision. I couldn't understand his parents' agreement. And I started to look more deeply into the topic. And what I realised was that it was not a black and white issue in the way that I wanted it to be. And I felt that it was interesting to put myself into his shoes and then to put myself into his mother's shoes, say, and maybe what would it be like to try and change the mind of somebody who just didn't want to compromise?
A lot. She's much closer to who I am than, say, the other parts that I've played, and that kind of freedom was so liberating. There's a kind of innocence, though, that she has that I had when I was younger, and now, through, you can't do 6 seasons of Game of Thrones and still be slightly innocent. Yes, it is amazing. Yeah, we reference that in our movie, and it's brilliant. It's so good. She's right. Yeah. It would be better than the Adam Sandler, probably.
He says it all. She's afraid. She's someone who's afraid of the real world and the real happenings of the world. The fact that she's too afraid to spread her wings to kind of explore what life has to give, infuriates him.
Me he convertido en una nueva persona gracias a ti.
Music inspires life.